Hey guys, it is your girl Naika. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome. Okay, it is the official final update of my retrieval, my endo biopsy results, and of course, what is the next steps for my husband and I throughout this crazy IVF journey as we all know it. So I know you guys have been waiting for these results, like what's going on, how many did she get, what did she end up with? I mean, you guys already know where we fell in a prior video. So like I said, I'm picking up the camera as I hear something, as I get the call, as I do my next steps, and keeping you guys posted along the way. All of us that are going through it, we're going through it. So it's good to have somebody to kind of talk to, go through it with, the whole nine. All right, so before I dive right into it, just of course, subscribe, like, comment, hit that notification bell so that way you get notified anytime I post another video. So let's just get right into it. Alright guys, I know I'm updating you guys, like I said, as I go. So I know you're pretty much waiting for my retrieval, so you guys will probably see that in the next clip because I'm still waiting. It's been still have a couple more days before they call me and everything like that. They did charge me for the 4 embryos to be, I got the bill and I have to pay it before we get the results. So I did get the bill for that, and I paid for it. So I'm just waiting the next couple days to see what the final number is, and just leaving it all in God's hands. I did reach out to my IVF coordinator because I wanted to start the process of actually doing another transfer. So that is the little hint there. Yes, your girl is planning to do another transfer very, very soon. I started the process, praying that everything goes smooth. I mean, I could start, but who knows what could happen, I'm taking everything day by day, taking it as it comes, so I did want to let you guys know that news, that your girl will be starting another transfer soon. I'm already starting to prep my body. I've still been doing my bromocriptine. I've still been taking my prenatal vitamins. That has not changed. I started to drink because I had a family member who made this concoction for me, like with herbs and stuff, that helps kind of like cleanse out your body and your system. So I started to drink that. It is not the easiest thing to drink, and I'm going to show you guys what the bottle looked like. It is some homemade brew. I'm not gonna lie, some homemade brew. So I started to drink that, and I started to drink my fertility tea. So I'm drinking that every day. I'm drinking the homemade brew, a cup every day. I'm actually looking into starting acupuncture, so I will keep you guys in the loop on that. I'm really trying to stay dedicated to doing it. I heard it really works, but I've been slacking a little bit. Not intentional. It's just because sometimes I am so busy, and sometimes I need to really, really it didn't necessarily, I mean, maybe have a different effect. Like I said, my last transfer did work. It was a success. The only thing is that I didn't progress, complete live birth, to that point. So, but I'm still gonna just take everything as is. I am a very busy woman. I do events at the same time. I am a full-time project accountant at work. So I have like a back and forth, 2 different realms of my life. So and then I'm an IVF warrior, as we all call each other. We are IVF warriors. We're trying to conceive warriors. We are all in this together. We are fighters. We got this, right? So it's a lot. So I just really need to take the time to get into acupuncture and get my butt there. Maybe it's something I could do fine in the city somewhere, not too far from my job, so that way it's easy for me to just do it after work and then go home. I'll figure it out. I'll keep you guys posted. I'll figure it out. So just to keep you guys updated on my endobiopsy, I spoke to my doctor. I spoke to my nurse, and she told me that everything looked good. My results for my endobiopsy was perfectly fine. So I have nothing to worry about on that end, which was really great. I am fighting with my doctor's office to get my pap results and my breast exam notes that she took. I don't understand why these doctor offices take so long to give you paperwork when you need them to do certain procedures. Like, come on, like, can you just help a sister out? Like, help a sister out. Can you do that? Like, can you do that? So yeah, I just wanted to keep you guys in the loop on that endobiopsy. Great. Stay the next clip, of course. Next, you guys are gonna see my retrieval results with my embryos, finally genetic testing, and of course, I am trying to find out what are my embryo gradings, even for the ones that are frozen. I'm starting to really get in depth in all of this stuff. Before I just used to I could sit back and just trust and leave it in God's hands. I've always been like that, but there's nothing wrong with you knowing. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with you actually finding out everything. I don't know if they actually give us pictures. I've never gotten a picture of my embryo. It's the same facility I've been at. Never gotten a picture of my embryo, but I have definitely but I definitely want to know all the grading for them. So, I will let you guys know what they all are as well. So yeah, it's just a lot of information just to wrap around, especially with the grading and like what the number stands for with days, and then which day is better. And of course, the first letter is has to do with baby development. The second letter has to do with the placenta, like the membrane. It's like it's a lot. So like I said, if the child is meant to be here, the child will be here. Okay, so that's how I'm looking at it. I gotta stay that way. Because this process will drive you crazy. It will drive you crazy just trying to wrap around. Oh my God, I want to transfer the right one. And, it's just a lot that comes with it. So I'm just not trying to go too crazy, and just take it one day at a time. I think that's what we should be doing, right? So yeah. Stay tuned. I got more updates for you guys. But nope, the endometrial biopsy, everything was normal. The results was normal, which is great. And stay tuned while I tell you guys my fight with my doctor's office just to get pap results and a breast exam results. I don't understand these people. But yeah. Guys, all right. So stay tuned for the next clip. Hey guys, so I just wanted to pop in real quick just to show you what I'm talking about with this brew, okay? So look at this bottle. Y'all like, what the hell this girl got in her hand? Yeah, so this is something like made out of herbs, all kinds of stuff. It's like some kind of like, because I'm from Trinidad, guys. So when you're from the Caribbean and you back home, honestly, I'm sure a lot of countries, it doesn't really matter where you're from. Everywhere got their own little remedies, home remedies and things like that. So they made me this big bottle of brew. And it's a bunch of herbs and stuff like that. So I actually just got it last month. It's June. I got it for June. I took it in June. I didn't take it in July because I was doing the retrieval process and stuff like that. So I didn't want to really like mix anything with that. But I am back at it because I'm about to do a whole transfer. So I'm gonna drink my brew, okay? I stayed in the fridge, nice and cool and everything like that. So, it's not the most pleasant taste because it's a bunch of herbs really blended up and juiced. It's, oh my God. When I'm telling you, I can't make this up. It is like, I be trying. Honestly, I'm trying. So, let me just pour some in a cup and just show you guys what it looks like in the cup itself, and you'll see. Here's my brew, guys. I'm trying to pour this in the cup now. I shook it up already. So I don't really pour a lot. I pour like just about this much, right? So this is what it is. literally as soon as you open up the bottle, you smell all the herbs and everything. I wish that you guys can actually see the little pieces of herbs at the bottom, but it looks like a tea. Honestly looks like a tea, but this thing is no joke. It's no joke. So I try to have like at least a cup of it. I feel like this is a little bit more than a cup, or just about a cup, or am I cheating myself? You guys, just pour a little bit more. All right, so this is my brew that my family members made me. So I gotta go through this journey, guys. I gotta do this, guys. I gotta do this. And I take gulps at a time. Like this thing, I mean, you could taste every single herb. Oh my God. But, you know, you do what you gotta do. It's worth it. You know, the light at the end of the tunnel. Okay. So I'm gonna stay tuned for the next clip. Let me go try to scarf this down. I'll be back, guys. Hey guys, so it is not the greatest news. I need to kind of give myself a little bit of time before I even film this part of the video, but the results of my retrieval wasn't good. So we ended up with no normal embryos. All of the embryos that we had, that all 4 of them were abnormal. So when I first got the news, I was in a complete shock because, like I said, this is a complete turnaround from my first retrieval. But I'm trying to look at it in the most positive light and look at it in as some sort of sign, you know, because, and I'm going to tell you guys exactly, you know, what happened. So, you know, you're supposed to wait it's supposed to be like 10-15 days for the genetic testing. I got the day had came because I was already prepping with my IVF coordinator, you know, letting her know that, you know, in upcoming months I want to do a transfer and everything like that. So what is it that she needs from me, etc. So, you know, still fighting up with my office about this pap smear and breast exam results to send it. The lady called me, said she was going to send it, never sent it. So I still fighting up at the office with this thing. So, you know, they called me, they told me how much, you know, the insurance told me how much, you know, I'll need to pay in order to do the transfer. I just wanted to get all of that out of the way because I do need a pre-authorization, and they give you a couple of months in advance to use the pre-authorization. So, you know, this was my mindset. This was my, you know, thought process and just everything. And basically, I called my office on the day that actually I was supposed to be getting the results for the for the genetic testing. And, you know, I didn't really call her for the results. I called her to find out if she received my nurse, if she received like my pap results and everything, because like I said, the office called me and said they were going to fax it over the night before. So I realized that she didn't call me. So I said, you know, I was like, okay, maybe she'll call me the next day. But then I also realized that the office didn't call me at all for the results, and it was like past the time that they were closed. So I really didn't try to read into it too much. I was just still, you know, trying to think positive. Then an unknown number called me around 7 o'clock in the evening. Now, the last time my doctor called me, he mentioned to me that he called me from an unknown number, and he had left a voicemail. So, because I'm like, who's calling me from an unknown number? But this time, when I saw the unknown number come up, I'm like, I hope it's not him, because, you know, when the nurse, if it's good news, the nurse is gonna call you. If it's bad news, it's the doctor that calls you. So every time he calls, I already knew he's not about to tell me something good. So he called me. I answered the phone, and I was actually on the phone. And as soon as he answered the phone, he's like, hey, Naika. The way he said it, I was like, oh. I already knew that none of my embryos were normal, just from the sound of his voice. Because he wasn't, even if it was one, I'm sure the nurse would have called me. But the fact that he called me, I'm like, I already knew the answer. He didn't have to finish the sentence. He didn't have to say nothing. And, he said to me, he was like, I'm so sorry that, none of the embryos came back normal. And I was just like, wow. And it completely caught me off guard. It took me by surprise, And what wrapped around my mind more was just the simple fact that you spend so much money, number one. And number two, after you spend so much money, the recovery was so rough, and for you to just get nothing out of it, it just hits you. But I told to him, and I said to him, I'm going to look at it in a positive light. I do still have some embryo, my 3 embryos that are frozen, and I'm going to take that as a sign. They are all one sex, and, my husband and I, like I said, being that IVF is our only route, and being that I'm still young, I wanted to do another retrieval just to have more options. It wasn't even a matter of being, not, because I understand that there are many out there that, go through rounds and they don't even have any, stored or anything like that. And it wasn't even, that wasn't what it was about. It was just the fact that, this is our only route. And being that a young, how they pressure you and they say, it's the younger you are, the better to get more embryos. And the fact that we only had, one sex that are frozen. If you want the other sex, it's good to do it now while you're young. All of these things, So I was just like, you know what? It's good for my husband and I to just have, more options. But then I looked at it and I said, and it's crazy because I prayed to God and I said, I'm sorry, there's a plane passing by in the middle of my video. How rude. Okay. But so, how you sit there and you just think like, and I prayed to God and I said, I only have one gender. I'm happy and appreciate that gender. It wasn't the gender that we wanted first. And I said, sometimes, and guys, to really take this, like, sometimes you have certain things for a certain reason. And no matter how hard you try for it to be your way, that sometimes it doesn't go that way. And the right way is the way that's there. It's in front of your face, And I asked God and I said, God, if this is what I'm supposed to have, and as my friends and them knew me, they know my story, they know, I wasn't ready to have that specific gender. And I think that was God's way of just saying, no, this is the one that you're supposed to have. Because I asked him for a sign. And I said, I need a sign. Give me a sign that this is what I'm supposed to have, that I'm okay with that this is, I'm going to be all right. This is a sign I'm supposed to have, that everything is going to be okay. Things like that. Doesn't matter which one you have. It's still, there's still challenges and things like that along the way. And I really was so determined to have another one but the other sex, that I kind of like wanted to keep those, and just have them for when I was ready. not knowing that God was going to tell me, no, you're ready for that one, not the other one, for that one, and it's going to be okay, and I mean, when I asked for the sign, I'm thinking, maybe that the new ones are going to be all the same sex sign as well, like the same gender as well. And like the new ones that we get, this is what I was saying, as I was going through the process, maybe this is a sign that I'm going to have all of the same gender. Cause that could have happened, like where, we could have went through this pre-retrieval process and we get normal ones, and the normal ones would have been the same gender as the ones that were frozen, so that was my thought process. Like, give me a sign. And if that was a sign, then it would have been the ones that were same gender, not knowing that he was just not going to, he was just like, nope, No. Not only is he telling me that that's not, not only is he telling me that that's the gender I'm supposed to have, that's the gender I'm supposed to have, he's telling me that the ones that I have frozen are the ones that are going to be the one, you know? And I just look at it like that. And when I was talking to my doctor, I don't know if he expected me to cry. I don't know if he expected me to, break, just feel. And I said to him, I said, you know what? I'm taking it as a blessing and I'm taking it as a sign. And I'm grateful for what I have. I said, because there are many situations and, out there and, women out there who go through the similar situations and they, it could have been different. I told him that. I said, it could have been different. It could have been where I didn't have anything stored, anything left. But I'm taking it as a sign that the ones that I have are the ones that I'm supposed to have, and you understand, either they will be the one of them will be the one, two of them will be the one, but that's the ones I'm supposed to have, and one of them will be my child, So I had asked him, what was the grading of those and embryo grading, and he said to me that the embryo grading of two of them are 5 AAs and one of them is a 4 BB. So I said, these are great gradings. I'm taking them as it is, and I'm just saying I'm manifesting it, and I'm like, God, one of them is going to be my child. That's it. One of them is going to carry through to live birth, and then when you're ready for me to have the next gender, that one is either going to come on the next round of IVF or naturally. Because, sometimes I've seen it where, we all go through this IVF one round, have a baby with IVF one round. Next, the floodgates open and all of a sudden, you end up getting pregnant naturally. I don't know what it does, but it happens. But you know what? I'm looking at it in a positive light. And you guys know me, I'm very positive. And I'm taking it as a sign, and I'm like, you know what? That's what I'm supposed to have. And I accepted it, and I've owned it, and I kept it in my heart, and I say, you know what? I'm ready. I'm ready for what's to come. I'm ready for, and I know it's going to be fine. So, I just wanted to give you guys that update, on what occurred, of us having no more new embryos. They all were abnormal, and that I'm looking at the ones that I have stored as the ones, and I did find out the grading of the ones that were abnormal. They were all day sixes, and they were like BB, so the ones that are frozen are better than the ones that were abnormal, and I understand that. And honestly, sometimes the grading doesn't even matter. Live birth, I look at it as God has the final say, and that's that. So and in terms of my results for my endometrial biopsy, I know I told you guys in the previous clips that everything was okay. But when I spoke to my doctor, because the nurse told me that, the thing about, I like to talk to my doctor because my doctor gives me more specifics compared to my nurse. When my nurse said everything looked good, but my doctor said they did see something like a small like, I guess the testing said something could be small as a form of a polyp, but they want me to do oh look, the ice cream truck is passing by. Only when I'm posting a video. When I'm filming a video. All of these extra noises. But yeah, the endometrial, they saw a form of a polyp, but I also am due for a new saline sonogram, like a redo of my saline sonogram, because it's been almost a year since I did the previous one. So, and it's perfect timing because I want to make sure that everything is okay, everything is going according. So I'm going to be doing a saline sonogram, and to make sure that everything is clear, everything is good, and then we're gonna go from there. So I am waiting for my cycle to come, and then when my cycle comes, then I gotta call them, let them know that to schedule me for the saline sonogram, and then go from there. So stay tuned. You guys gonna have way more clips. Like I said, you got more videos to come up after the saline sonogram. Then I'm gonna schedule and figure out what am I gonna do with depending on the results of the saline sonogram, what am I going to do with my transfer. So stay tuned for that. More videos and updates to come. Like I said, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me along on this roller coaster journey of IVF. I'm honestly embracing it. I've accepted this journey. I want you guys to know that you're not alone. Accept your journey, appreciate your journey. It may be financially stressful, but guess what? All of our time is coming. It may be emotionally stressful, but all of our time is coming. And you guys know my motto is always, our journeys may be different, but we are all in this together. And we have to stand by each other. We got to motivate each other. We got to push each other through this, because guess what? No matter how many times life gonna knock us down, we got to get back up and keep going. We do. We really do. I am here for you, ladies. I'm here for you guys. Always, always, always. Don't hesitate to reach out to me in the comments. My Instagram direct message, which you guys will see my Instagram in the description box. But if you guys want to know, it's at AngelLove922 on Instagram. So don't hesitate to reach out to me. I'm easy to talk to. And also, I mean, I make a good friend. I've already honestly have met some really great women that I have communicated with, spoken to, and we get along, and we're on this journey together. So what better way than to have this community of all of us just going through IVF and just being by each other's side. It's it really helps. It really helps, because I'm in a situation also where I am the only one in my circle, in my family, that's really going through IVF. So there's not really anybody around that understands what it's like, that knows the process and procedure. You could talk about it all you want, but they would still never understand what it's like to be in your shoes. So this is why I created my YouTube channel, because I know I'm not the only one that's the only one in their circle going through this. So we got each other's back. We have to. All right. So reach out to your girl. I'm here for you guys. I know you guys are here for me. Thank you for always following me along on this journey. All right, stay tuned for, of course, more updates. Bye.
Girl, I see your face everywhere. When I'm going out, you'll be there. 'Cause everything reminds me of you. I can't take no more. Girl, I think I'm losing my mind. Try to go to work, but I lost track of time. 'Cause everyone keep looking like you. I can't take no more.